Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to my basement as we attempt to watch episode 8 of the Hulu series, Why the Last Man. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Nothing. If you have not heard already, the show, not coming as a shock to anyone, has been canceled, which is disappointing. I never wished ill on the show. I didn't wish for it to go nowhere. I was actually really rooting that it would surprise me and change how I felt about the book series overall. But it looks like it might not get that opportunity. However, I will continue to watch and react on the off chance their Hail Mary pass comes through and they picked up by another station or distributor. Who knows? We shall see. But again, I am not surprised that it wasn't picked up. And these were actually things I was going to say about the show before I found out it was canceled, which is why I'm not feeling like I'm engaged in the show. And that is because, one, as you've heard me say often, nothing was happening. But this show never had those moments of wow. What used to be called the water cooler things, now they're called the viral moments. But it never had those wow moments where you wanted to go, hey, did you see the show last night when that happened or when that scene happened? Did you see that scene? It never had that. And you need that, especially now with all the content that's available. You have to have those must talk about moments. And nothing right now, especially right now. You can see why it's so important with Squid Game. Hello, took over the planet because it had many wow, oh my gosh, did you see those moments? But not just Squid Games. Look at what we've had over the last year. You know, talk about Invincible. Every week practically it was thrown out. Holy shit, did you see that on Invincible? The Boys, even Marvel, the Marvel shows on Disney Plus. WandaVision was bringing it practically every week. Even as far as like Shadow and Bone and Bridgerton even had those. Did you see that scene moments? And Why the Last Man never had that. Maybe episode 1, you can kind of count it as, oh, did you see that? Maybe episode 2 when the helicopters exploded. But other than that, there was nothing buzzworthy or nothing that you wanted to really talk about with somebody the next day. And that's why I think this show died. There was no word of mouth buzz to it. Again, the acting was fine. Visually it looked right. It was just came down to how were they telling the story. And the thing was, they weren't. They always had their foot planted firmly on premise, and they never seemed to get off of that premise and actually move forward and keep us engaged. So yeah, so I will be looking for something else to watch, hopefully, and react all with you. I've got a few ideas. I'll share them at the end of this episode. But until then, no drinking game today. I will do the drinking game next week. And I will say, if I had known, as I was editing last week's, if I had known there was a suicide in it, probably wouldn't have done the drinking game. Realized maybe it had not have been in the best of taste. So if you thought it was a little odd, I meant no harm by having a drinking game during an episode where there was a suicide. If you feel you need to talk to someone, please talk to someone. So no drinking game this week, but I do have my warm apple cider. I call it a pit ball because there's fireball in it. So I will be enjoying this as I'm watching Why the Last Man. So cheers and let's go.
I can't keep you safe if you don't follow the rules.
I'm fine.
No, Kate, just listen to me.
Stay away from me.
No, just stop, okay?
What's she reaching for?
I won't tell anyone.
No, just listen to me.
Kate! What is wrong with you? God damn it!
Sit. Okay, I'm sure there was many other ways to handle that situation. Okay. Oh, she's still alive. Well, that's good to know, I think.
You're gonna try this.
Good.
You're gonna like it.
It's just not my thing.
What'd you do, Sam?
I was an artist. I worked in theater.
Was that fun?
Sometimes.
Well, that was
The rest of us are doing now is trying to stay alive.
Quite the
Learning
shot.
to protect ourselves rather than asking somebody else to do it for us.
the delivery is a bit much. But the message is quite solid. Got to be able to protect yourself, especially in this world.
You're not our people.
We'll die out there.
Give yourself some credit. You made it this far?
So I'm missing the rhyme or reason as to who she wants to stay and who she lets go.
Make yourself known
Oh,
right
flashback?
now.
Anybody get eyes on the shooter?
We didn't see anyone.
We just heard gunshots.
You can't stay here. It's not safe.
How'd you land this place?
Well, I used to shop here. And then after it happened, I thought I would try to get some supplies and get them to the people that needed it.
You're a cop?
Detective. Homicide, 11 years. Who's the, counselor, group leader?
She left middle of the night right after it happened.
I always hated that bitch.
There it is. What's your name?
Kate.
I like you, Kate.
Didn't she just kill Kate?
You could stay here. It's clean, warm, safe as it gets. I'm inviting all of you, of course. You're all welcome here.
Why do I feel like the one taking pot shots at the house was her? To make it look like they were under attack.
I don't know what you want me to say.
You got siblings? Or you want to talk about Sam?
I had a brother.
Brother, okay.
It was the funny one.
I think you're funny.
I think you're funny.
I think you're funny.
Well, my parents were a lot harder on me, but I was a lot harder to deal with.
Because you're a girl. But your brother, he was the good one.
Not exactly. I mean, he was kind of a mess, too. Can we move on, please?
Should we?
What's the point of this?
I know the route, that's where I came from. They'll let us in if Hero's with us. I know you don't like it here either.
Did I give you the impression that we're friends?
Is this about who I worked for? The bill. You wanted to play sports with your friends and you couldn't. I get it, but it wasn't me. I didn't write.
Oh, that's what she narrows it down to? Wow. Wow.
I just don't trust you.
But there aren't any more trucks coming. Sooner or later, the food will run out. What happens then?
Yeah, I'm surprised with the group that big, the food has not run out, even at a mega store like this.
I don't want to do this right now.
Because being in a cult is fucking exhausting.
God, give me a fucking
And you know what?
break.
You may as well just join the NRA.
It's good here. They've got food. They've got clean water. Why are you trying to fuck
You get
this
that
up?
this is shitty for me.
It's shitty because you're fighting it.
They keep talking about how terrible men are.
Okay, but everybody likes you.
I think they tolerate him.
It's only a matter of time until I'm in the discard pile with all the rest of them.
All the rest of them? Just say you don't want me because you think I'm a whore.
I don't think that. You do. I am not the voice in your
Why didn't
head.
you just go with those guys to Vermont?
You know why! Okay, you are all I have. So just come with me. Please,
Oh,
just
oh,
come
oh, oh.
tonight.
It could be good here. You've got me. I've got
You are
No, no, you
putting a
don't.
target on yourself, Pumpkin.
Leave her alone.
I am talking to my friend.
Doesn't sound like you're talking to a friend of me.
Can you give us a fucking minute, please?
Apologize to hear.
Roxanne, I'm fine.
This place is fucked up, and you know it.
Oh, that's it.
Or
Go for your
just-
gun.
It's just enough for me. For a couple days.
Well, you better get going. She'll be awake soon.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
We'll take care of her. She's not your problem anymore.
What? What? What is happening here? I don't think it works that way. Is she not really a cop? Oh. She may not really be a cop.
You don't need to do that.
What did she think was gonna happen?
Thought that maybe.
I got just the thing to cheer you up.
Let's go shoot more penises.
It's a fucking party. What is it, Jody?
So we're better off without him, party.
They are.
And who do they belong to? And if we want to throw a party in our fucking temple, we throw a party. Kelsey.
This is the bad thing. The message isn't wrong. It's just really poorly delivered and misguided. It's horribly misguided. No.
Maybe we can go back home.
There's nothing there.
I mean back to DC, to the city. They have.
What happened? Did you do something?
Great kid. Great. Okay. Oh. 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 What? I don't think it works that way, but and then what? Oh. No, it shouldn't have. That's great. Endanger everyone's lives. So where is everyone else in this community? You got the girls' school, you got a place that was big enough to have a price max and people who work there and shop there. Where's everyone else in this community? You don't shoot. It's gotta come down. It has to come down.
I know your mom a little bit. I know how tough she can be. I promise you, whatever happened, she forgives you.
It's quite something to say she will forgive you when you have no idea if she has something that needs to be forgiven. You better hope you weren't followed. You better hope you weren't followed. She just shoved everybody in there. Yeah, that's the type of person who should be carrying a firearm. What the hell? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What are you doing? Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but I used to work in politics. You have a communications problem. It's smart as a jumping off point. A common enemy. Men.
The fuck are you talking about?
Problem is, the men who beat the shit out of them, who made their lives miserable, they're all dead. You had stuff they wanted, and that's about it. You need me. You just don't know it yet.
Oh, yeah? Why would I need you?
Because I know how to get them to stay. I went for a walk down by the river, and I saw something interesting.
What were you doing
Why would
outside
you-
the perimeter?
I found
Why
that
would you-
police car.
Whatever it is that you think you know, what do you expect to get out of this, I wonder?
I'm in the inner circle from now on. You run things by me.
That's not how we
Well,
do
if there's not enough to go around, you'll make sure there's enough for us. We get first dibs on everything.
I would not go into cahoots with mm-mm.
You can go out there and be the thing you so desperately want to be.
You don't get to fire people, okay?
That breast drawings are not the issue. He grabbed Genevieve's rear end.
Well, I don't hear her complaining.
She doesn't have to, because I did, formally. That is not gonna do anything. He's just gonna keep
God damn it, Roxanne. I spend half my day managing your bullshit. He's just a kid. Cut him some slack.
He's 30 years old, Terry.
Maybe you need to take a few more weeks to rest.
Oh yeah? How am I gonna pay my frickin' bills?
I know you've been strapped for cash since Eddie, but that's a fireable offense. I gotta put you on notice too.
What happened here is a tragedy. Lost my health insurance, my life savings, bunch of fair weather friends. Thrown in the towel, you know? What's a broke 45-year-old woman with one tit and no man good for in this fucking world? You ever heard of the Amazons?
From Wonder Woman.
No, the originals. Greek mythology, warrior women. And they made their own rules. And when people fucked with them, when men fucked with them, they never backed down. They were killers, sliced off one of their tits so their arrows would shoot straighter. There are so many women out there who still think that they have lost something, but not us. This is an opportunity to take what we deserve, to be fearless, but not us. We are warrior women, daughters of the Amazons, and this is our world now.
I'm so conflicted, y'all. That was a pretty damn decent episode. We had moments of like, what is happening? Oh, also moments of what the fuck? That's no way. That doesn't work that way. But yeah, overall, pretty damn decent episode. And this is why I'm conflicted. It's because it's now too little too late. Also, I'm conflicted because the series still hasn't made its case as to what it's about. We know the premise, but we don't know the plot. So either the plot is us finding out why York and Ampersand are the only Y chromosomes on the planet and why the event happened in the first place, or the series is about how the world rebuilds itself after a cataclysmic event. If the show is about rebuilding after event, this episode is great. Fits right in. We see how a section of the population has chosen to rebuild and move on. Is it a scary ass version? Hell yeah, it is. Especially since if you boil it down to the base core, it's a decent message, which is we are going to take control of ourselves. We are strong. We are warriors. We can do this. Great message. Execution though is fucking scary and it's way extreme. Way extreme. Yeah, but if the series is supposed to be about York at all, then this episode really makes no sense necessarily. And why did we spend time away from our hero to get a whole episode on this backstory? So that's why I'm conflicted. Yeah, but it was a damn fine, decent episode. Just I don't know if this is a show it's supposed to be in. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what other people think as well about this episode. Because if the rest of the series had been like this, I think we would be in a different spot in how we feel about its place in the world. Too little, too late? We shall see. Yeah, but thank you so much for spending time with me while we traversed this world. I'm trying to think of what other shows I can watch next. I'm waiting for Hawkeye. I need something happy. I need something happy and light and fluffy. And I'm hoping Hawkeye brings that to me. I'm also considering watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer because I've never seen it. I was quite busy when that series first hit the air and I never got a chance to watch it. Just like I never got a chance to watch True Blood because again, I was busy and I never had the channel it was on. So maybe I'll pick one of those, but they're not quite exactly light and fluffy. That might be a little bit incoming, but whatever I do hope that you join me while I go on to that journey, because again, I do appreciate you spending time with me. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon. So until next time, y'all.